this shit fun, but she not for me. Cocktail on my body was made for me. Look up on my mouth, they ain't built for me. I started from zero, was never free. Now I'm a hero, I'ma be the boss. If you're the up, that's your loss. For loss of a life, the question is what is the cost? I wonder how much nigga cost. Too many dead family getting the loss. I see them selling their souls like weed. Hoes, they selling their pussy like sweets. But who's to blame though? Back at it. Back again, guys. Your boy ELVIS, LYONEL. Welcome back. Happy Sunday, guys. I hope you went to church. Couldn't go to church. I got my couple reasons. But today's topic, since all is Sunday, I'm gonna talk about like why niggas they don't go to church these days and why churches get to be fake these days. So today we're gonna talk about churches and the movement that going on in churches and everything that happened this way. You feel me? But main topic is churches since already Sunday. Hey, these days like we get to find it so hard like to find real churches. Why is that? Because niggas out there pretending to be like pastors, like they really know like there are a lot of people out there crying, seeking out for law, seeking out for help. There are a lot of people out there believing in the Lord. They taking an advantage out of that. So today we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about ways how we can maybe define the real pastor, how we can identify the real pastor from the fake one. I've experienced a lot through these churches. I've been in a couple of churches, and that's why right now I ain't going to church no more, just because of I've been in ZCC, I've been in Apostolic, I've been in Presbyterian, I've been in also in Christianity. All of those churches, I've realized one thing. Most of them, they were running a business. Apart from this one, from Christianity, it was my luck that I found the real pastor in Christianity, in Christian church. I did find the right pastor in Christian church. He did taught me too many things that I know, and I still respect him even today. Reason why I couldn't go back. It's just because of he was surrounded with people who were acting like they were Christian, they were real Christian, but truth speaking, they were not. Other churches, they were running businesses. You could tell, like, they were running businesses. I stopped going to church at 2020, the time like they were shutting all businesses down, and churches were not known as a business then. But when they say like we're shutting all businesses down, I was like, damn, did they shut the church too? So that's the business too. So I realized they were taking churches also like a business, and the government knew. The government knew this shit is a business. That's why when they shut all businesses down, they did even shut the churches down. All churches, I mean. So I realized another thing. I think it was like in 2017 or 2016. I was in Christian church. I was visiting that church. It wasn't my regular church. I was like I feel like going to a church, but not my church. Then I visited that church. It was also a Christian church. So when I get there, like they were having some prophets and stuff. They were telling too many things, and like he was acting like he's so powerful, and he touched too many people, and like others they fell, and he came to me and touched me, and maybe he thought I'm going to fall or I don't know, but I didn't go down like they did. I was just staring at that nigga. I was asking myself, what's going on now? Is he expecting me to do something? And like I could tell by the look on his eyes, and he ended up like pushing me, trying to push me down so that maybe I can fall or something like that. And after he realized I wasn't reacting at all, he was like, "Dog, I've seen the darkest part in you. You gotta
look, where you going? You gotta pray all night. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's a fact. Everybody gotta pray, right? And he was like, dog, 2 years from now, you're going to die. I was like, what the fuck? Are you even allowed to say that? I was like, what the fuck you mean? And he was like, he saw me putting a shock face on him. Like, I was like, what the fuck you mean in my head? But he did see my reaction, so he was like, not in a bad way, but there's a darkest cloud coming on your way. You gotta pray in order to make that cloud go away. Let me say, maybe I did pray, but after that, after that day, I never went to that church. I never went to that church. 3 weeks passed, then nigga disappeared just like that, and I was asking myself, that nigga. At first moment, like I was in a shock for weeks and weeks and weeks. After I realized, like, after I had Christian members crying out loud, being like, "Damn, we invested money in pastor. We were hoping to do big for this church, and he took all the equipment and money and went off just like that." So I was like, damn, that nigga was he was gigging all along. He was gigging, and most of the people who fell, no one knew them. No one knew them, but he was there for a couple of months, maybe 3 months. But it's so weird how the nigga disappeared like that. I couldn't say this nigga is a real pastor. If you're a real pastor, you get to talk to your members. You get to talk to everyone around you. You get to alert them how this thing goes and how the money goes on. I don't know much about church shit and stuff, but I feel like they get to communicate and stuff like that. But nigga didn't do that. Nigga just went off just like that. So I went back to my pastor and I was like, ayo, there was this pastor I went to this church, I described the church, and I was like, when I got there, it was a normal church. Then there was this guy, like, prophesying people, and he came to me and told me about, like, darkest clouds and ill. And my pastor was like, ain't no one knows about God your day to die. Ain't no one knows when you're going to die but God. Ain't no one knows. So that nigga was gigging, and he told me, like, there are plenty of pastors out there. It is good to go to churches, to different churches, in order to see the difference of pastors out there. There are true pastors, and there are fake prophets, and there are fake pastors. There are niggas who acting like they know what's going on, but truly speaking, they on a blind form just like us. They don't know shit. They don't know shit. Remember, this world wasn't built by any of us. We found this world here, and we may live it here. The only thing that we're responsible of, like, is to keep on the reincarnation, to keep on the cycle of life, to keep on continuing. But the devil keep on trying so hard to shut that shit down, but that shit ain't going to work out. Let's keep on praying, guys. Let's keep on praying. So he was like, it is a good thing to go out there to check on good churches out there and to check on good people out there. But you gotta know, not everyone, like, he's aiming for the good aim. Like, he's aiming for the good will. He's doing other pastors, they faking to be pastors so that we can get to cry to them and give them cash like usual. And truly speaking, they were not even given the power of the Lord. They were not even granted that power to maybe prophesy you, like they be acting like they prophesize and stuff. Not everyone granted that power. Not everyone, and not anyone can be granted that power. Don't fool yourself, and don't be fooled just like that. Know your lanes. So then my pastor, he organized, after he heard about, like, whatever happened on the church, he organized an camping in Shikaina. Yeah, it was the Dr. site somewhere in Limpopo or Tabazimbi. I can't recall it right, but yeah, you can check it on, like, Google Map, guys. The name of the place was Shekinah, and the lodge we were into it was Al Shaddai. Yeah. So while we were there, we were studying about animals, different type of animals. We were studying about different type of animals. Even cheetahs out there. We were doing game drives. We were experiencing even wild food and stuff, different eggs. We were, you know, in this neighborhood, I bet most of you're used to like chicken eggs. Out there we were eating like ostrich eggs, and it was tasting so good, like real good. And you used to pig, regular pig. We were eating like that pig with horns, a wild pig or whatever you call them. Yeah, we were eating that type of shit. So we also learned about like lions and cheetahs, how they live and how they get to obey, and how we are the alphas of all animals in this world. We got to learn a little bit about that, but I'm still saying this. If a nigga meet a lion, I'ma run. I ain't going to wait for this lion to bow for me. You feel me? So while we were learning about these things, I had a time to ask a friend of my pastor. He is also a pastor. I can tell those guys, they're truly legit. There are two pastors that I met in my life that I can say these guys, they're really legit. They ain't after the money, they ain't after anything. They just here to do Lord's work. Only there, we didn't even pay none to go to Shekinah, but that shit was like 6K each dog, like 4 to 6K. Who can like maybe take out 4 to 6K for 15 students, like 15 whatever dog, 15 kids, like who can do that? Like they organized like a trip to go to Shekinah. It was like 6K each. Yeah, I'm not sure. It was more like 6 or 4K each to go there for 7 days. We went there for 7 days, and it covered food, even the game drive, even the activities that we did there. You feel me? So I could say these guys, they were like really legit. They paid everything for us, and Lord may help me to become rich and help them out to build the church they deserve. You feel me? Even my siblings, they still attend church there. I got my reasons why I don't go there. Yeah, so while we were there, I asked him a question. I was like, uh, this Bible thing says the first human was Adam, right? And he was like, yeah. And he paid a lot of attention on me. And like, niggas were like watching Dish and stuff. Like, ain't no one was planning to talk about church and stuff. I wasn't even planning to talk about church, but this shit like was bothering me a lot. So I was like, okay, since well it was Adam, so is a first person white or black, Chinese or what, Asian or what? I don't know. I was like asking that type of question. I was like, I just wanted to know which race came first, and it was like that thing was bothering you for a while, right? I was like, yeah, for a little bit, but yeah, for a while. And he was like, I know, dog, I know. But truly speaking, I don't have answer for that because since well, I don't know the truth about that. And I was like, really? And he was like, yeah, since well, the truth will be a lie. Ain't no one knows who came first. And I was like, okay, it must be weird then, even to you. And he was like, what do you really mean? And I was like, come on, you don't even know what's the first race in this world. You don't even know which race brought too many race in this world. And he was like, truly speaking, I know much about the Bible, but I don't know the deeper information about the Bible. I know what I really have to say and have to do, but I don't know much more information about it. I don't even ask question about the Bible like you do. You are even weirder to me. I was like, I'm weird. I'm weird for not understanding. Like, are you for real? And he was like, yeah, you weird, cause like they say in the Bible, they say if you get to question the Bible, it's a sin. And I was like, what? In my heart, I was like, that means this is a bullshit. They can tell you a straight up lies right away, and they be like, don't question this shit. You'll be doing a sin type of shit like that. So I was like, oh, okay, Pastor. I have no much way to say. And he was like, oh, the only thing you gotta know is that blacks are powerful. I was like, how? He was like, check the color of the grass. And I was like, it is green. And he said, check the color of the grass when it bends. And I said, it turns brown and it dies. And he said, yes, that's white. And he said, check the ground, dog, check the soil. I was like, what? What's up with the soil? I check it out, check the color of the soil. I was like, okay, it's brown. And he said, put that soil on your skin, like right here. Right here, nigga. And I did put that soil on my skin. And he told me and the soil, we are one. The soil so tough, so strong, couldn't even die out of anything. Our skin so dark, couldn't burn out. So even strong, our texture ain't even regular. We blessed. And he was like, I don't know what's the first race, but blacks, as they say, human beings were built from the soil, and as we die, we go back to the soil. We were built from the soil, and as we die, we're going back to the soil. And our skin color and also the soil, also the same thing. Way back then, what we used to do when we were playing soccer, when we get hurt, like bleed out for a bit, and we used to like pour soil on our leg or wherever we hit, pour soil, and we'll stop the bleeding. So we won with this nature, we won with the soil. Respect blacks more than white. Our skin is so impossible. Our life so impossible. The way we live, dog. These guys, they even asking themselves, how could we even stay on a sun like that, like for 3, 4, 5 hours and no effect to still the same result, or maybe get to be a little more blacker and you wipe yourself out, that black is gone. Guys just need some sunscreen to cover their shit. You don't need that shit, sunscreens and stuff. That shit was built for whites. If you're using that, you're confused too, dog. Your skin ain't needing that shit. You don't need that, dog. You don't need that. Have you seen the black guys putting on sunscreen? He look purple as hell. What the fuck wrong with you? You looking like you wearing a makeup. Like, nigga, wake up. What the fuck wrong with you? So I say this nature, they're trying to kill it so bad. They're trying so hard to cover it up with like artificial shit, like, man. They're trying so hard like to build artificial shit on top of like natural stuff, like in order to make sure that nature fade away. And that nature is us, dog. That nature is us. We need that shit. We need that ground grass and stuff. We need that soil, brownness and stuff. Lord created it that way, and he thought it was going to be better that way. We busy creating mines and stuff, putting out there air pollution, digging holes and stuff. Shit crazy, man. Every shit that we doing right now is like we disrespecting the nature in all ways. You feel me? In all ways, my nigga. So pastors out there, they ain't going to tell you straight up things. I appreciate the teachings I found from my pastors. They taught me a lot. And even the trips that we had, I still miss them though. Still miss them though. One thing I realized, and one thing my pastor told me is to believe, dog, and have hope. Have hope in everything that you do, dog. Have hope, dog. This is life. Ain't no one going to know. Ain't no one knows what's going to happen tomorrow, dog. This is life. Ain't no destiny written in a stone. This is life, dog. We're here to find out. We're here to find out. We are all blessed. We are all blessed. That way, like that, for a moment that you get to wake up, you are blessed. You are blessed, regardless of where you're staying. What are the circumstances you're facing right now? What are the consequences you're facing right now? You blessed, dog. You blessed. You can't live to see another day. You're blessed. We gotta appreciate the life that we're given. Appreciate the moment that we get to spend with our loved ones. You feel me? They're important. The time we were in Shekinah, those white folks, they were like, "Ayo, if you see a snake, don't kill it. Call us and we'll take it far away from you." And we were like, "What?" And I found a chance maybe to ask that guy, "The time you got here, were you not scared?" And he was like, I was a little bit scared, but I was a kid and I got used to it. Got used to the place, got used to the animals. I learned their ways of life and stuff. And he told me another thing. He was so honest. He was so honest. That's what I like about him. Hola. He was really honest. He was like, you see, us white, our skin color seems weird to animals. Really weird. But you blacks, your skin color seems like a nature to animals. And I was like, how? He showed me a scar. He showed me a scar on his leg. He showed me a scar on his leg. And he told me that he was attacked by a leopard. He told me he was attacked by a leopard. That shit almost took his life, but even his teachers couldn't even work out why, because he was white. It was so weird. I still didn't believe him. I thought maybe he was just telling me the story just to make me feel bad or something about black skin color. And he was like, I was saved by a game driver. Game driver. Yeah. He was saved by a game driver. He scared that shit away. How he had like a long stick and he was screaming way too loud. And when the shit turned to look at the guy, he was black and he was standing up. It was so weird to he told me it was so weird also to the animal, to that leopard. Like he was staring at a human being, couldn't understand it. He's a human being because the only thing that he only understands standing up like that is the birds and kangaroos and other things like that. And but they do have some feathers and stuff, but human beings don't have that shit. So he was like surprised. What the fuck is that now? So that nigga pulled up doing some weird move, coming up on that shit. Then that shit like ran away, and the white guy was saved. And I still didn't believe it. And he told me I was skin color match up with he told me our skin color match up straight up with a tree or any stems that you see around the bush. You feel me? And I was like, isn't it? Nigga, are you teasing me or something? Are you sure? What the fuck wrong with you? And I was like, no, bro. I'm for real. I'm for real. Your skin color is like a blessing, dog. It's like a blessing. That means when they say like we are alphas of this, all animals. They were talking about blacks, but nowadays blacks they scared of those shit. Scared of animals like shit. The only the only animal that we can get along with is like dog or cat. But either the day we scared of those shit. I even called myself out there. I'm scared of those shit. Scared of those shit. The one guy that respect, he was like, dog, we started staying here. It was like 2005, and like the first people who stay here, it was Quayside. I didn't even know they were existed that side. He said it was Quayside and stuff. They asked Basha about like what happened about with them, what happened with them, but it seems like they relocated and like they built lodges and stuff. And he told me like other ways of living out there in the bush. It was through them. They knew how to live out there in the bush, survive with all of those animals that we scared of. We blacks are rascal though. Boys are most crazy. But I'm talking about the bush. There are bigger bushes out there. A bush whereby you couldn't even see the end of the goddamn land, you feel me? Like whole lot of big bushes out there. I feel like everything is so expensive right now just because of we are disconnected to our old ways. It's not like always didn't have cash or something. We used to farm, we used to do agriculture type of thing like that. Those shit had money way back then. Nowadays people are farming and doing all those things are whites. Whites dog. Shit don't make sense. We started that shit, now whites doing that shit cause they see how it works. They see the cash coming out of there. Now they supply big businesses like ShopRite, Pick and Pay, Spa, all of those shops. You name them. One guy from Somalia, he owns a shop. I'm not sure if he owns it or what, but he was like telling me black guys are lazy and stupid. I was like, nigga, I'm also black, mind your words. And he was like, no, but I'm not saying it on a bad way or something. He was talking about another guy who owns a saloon. He opened the saloon like at the back of his shop, and that guy he making cash. He was telling me about that guy. He was like, this guy is the only black guy I know. He opened like a saloon, and now that saloon making a lot of money. I believe in also those type of things. Got cash. I need a haircut every week or every 2 weeks or every month. You feel me? Yeah. So he was telling me like we guys we be focusing on things that don't really matter at all, but waste our time on those things. And he was right, really right. He was right. and that shit touched me, and I was like, dog, I don't blame you for saying that type of things, cause you came a long way. You came from that side, you came this side to make a living, and we this side, we ain't making even a living. That shit did touch me. That shit did touch me. Did you really realize, like, nowadays people who making cash are those guys who came from the other side, those guys who really migrated. They are the ones making cash these days. They even have cash way too much cash than SA guys I see out there. Damn. Anyway, it's life. It's life.
When I feel so broken, I take a shoulder and I roll it. This life is a hell yeah.